And the CBI today arrested Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in the liquor policy case. This as he's already in the custody of the Enforcement Directorate. Now, the probe agency who presented the AAP leader in Delhi's Rouse Avenue court said the agency could have done the exercise before the Lok Sabha elections, but it didn't, as the court did question what led to the need for them to arrest Arvind Kejriwal now. The CBI has sought 5-day custody of Mr. Kejriwal. The decision on that request is expected shortly. The court said it would give that decision by this evening. An interesting development also in the court was that Arvind Kejriwal addressed the court and said it's being shown in the media, citing CBI sources, that I put the entire blame on Manish Sisodiya in a statement, and he said that I haven't done any such thing, that he is innocent and AAP is innocent, and that I am innocent as well. Well, let's just listen in to what was said.
मनीष सिसोदिया की गिरफ्तारी और के कविता से लगातार पूछताछ चल रही थी, तो शराब नीति घोटाले में ये तो स्पष्ट है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल उसके सूत्रधार हैं और सीधा उनकी इन्वॉल्वमेंट है। तो मैं तो कहूँगा कि जांच एजेंसी अपना काम कर रही है और परिणाम सबके सामने आएगा।
All right, so big setback to Arvind Kejriwal, who was also going to be approaching the Supreme Court today and hoping for bail. Remember, this is after the High Court put his bail on hold yesterday, but the situation changing there, and now arrested by the CBI. For more on this, we're now joined by R.P. Singh, spokesperson of the BJP, and Anmol Pawar, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party. So Anmol Pawar, first to you, a real change in what was expected. At this morning, Arvind Kejriwal was hoping to approach the Supreme Court and a decision on his bail. He's been in the custody of the Enforcement Directorate, but now instead he's also been arrested by the CBI. In a short while, we'll find out whether the CBI will get 5 days custody.
Gargi ji, the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal ji without any incriminating evidence against him is a classic case of flagrant misuse and abuse of power by the central government agencies. The CBI is no more Central Bureau of Investigation. It stands for circulating baseless informations. And this is an undeclared emergency where central government is trying every means to put him behind bars. Today, CBI was caught lying red-handed. The court acknowledged that CBI's statements and evidence do not match. During the court proceedings, the CBI lawyer stated that Arvind Kejriwal ji had distanced himself from the case and blamed Mr. Manish Sisodiya. Then and there, Mr. Kejriwal ji stood up and stated that CBI was lying and asserted that he never made such a statement. He emphasized and very clearly said that he is innocent, Manish Sisodiya ji is innocent, and Aam Aadmi Party is innocent. He challenged the CBI to provide any proof or any statement which he has given in the past. But the record also stated that no such statement was made. These statements are just made to dominate the media headlines and to create a false narrative against Aam Aadmi Party and to show discord between the leaders, because CBI or ED has failed to give any direct evidence, any recovery of money, any money trail. They are not even named in the FIR. So this whole case is false and fabricated and is an attempt to crush Aam Aadmi Party.
All right, R.P. Singh, your response to that, and it is very curious that this case has been ongoing for so many years. You've had various senior leaders of the AAP arrested, and now, as it seemed that Arvind Kejriwal was nearing getting bail, it was a possibility given that they were going to the Supreme Court. He'd received bail from the lower court. Yesterday it was stayed by the High Court. And as he's looking at that, going to the Supreme Court, you suddenly have the CBI, coming in and placing him under arrest as well.
Well, Gargi, first, it's not many years, it's just 2 years. And in blue-collar crime, when it happens, it takes a lot of time to get into the...
Well, 2 years is a long time as well.
So how many years you want?
So go ahead, 1 moment. Let him answer. Yes, R.P. Singh, go ahead.
Ma'am, thank you so much for calling me for the debate. Because if you have to interrupt me like this, then I can answer.
No, I'm just saying, go ahead. Yes, go ahead.
So, the blue-collar crime takes time to detect. Because people who commit blue-collar crimes are people who are smart and who know how to play with the system. They know how to play with the laws and how to use the law for their benefit and still commit that crime. That's the advantage of blue collar crime. Now, secondly, CBI wanted to arrest him in March. They didn't arrest him in March because otherwise it had been they would have been accused of sorry, of interfering into election process. They didn't do that. They gave him time. Now, since they have all the documented evidence, and if Mr. Pawar has so much of details and so much of confidence about that CBI has no evidence and details, then he should sack Mr. Singhvi or the other guy who's there, and he should represent Mr. Kejriwal in the court and say that, oh, I'm here, I'm telling you there's no evidence. Let court assess it. It's not me or Mr. Pawar or you assess that whether there are evidence against Mr. Kejriwal or not. Had there been no evidence, then High Court would not have quashed the order of the lower court. High Court was convinced on this. Yes, there are trails, there are evidence on record. That's why they quashed the bail. And now they have gone to the Supreme Court. Let Supreme Court also take a call. But the only pretext they always have made that CBI has not held any inquiry. CBI has not named Mr. Kejriwal. Now CBI is holding inquiry, want to hold inquiry. They are raising question on that. I mean, CBI is only asking for custody so that they can put all the zigzags together and then bring the complete evidence in front of the court. And
that's right. So, Anmol, Pawar, your response to that, the CBI says they need his custody to confront him with all the evidence, perhaps other witnesses also, Vijay Nair's name is being taken. So, the CBI saying that Mr. Kejriwal, they need to confront him, that money was shifted to Goa. So, various allegations, and that's why they moved in to arrest him and now, want to further strengthen their case.
Ji, the reality is that for the first time he was called for interrogation by the CBI in 2023. The same case which they stated during Manish Sisodiaji's bail was reiterated today. They have nothing incriminating against Mr. Kejriwal since last 2 years. They have failed to provide any direct evidence linking him to the proceeds of money. They have failed to prove that the money was used in Goa election. He was not even named in the ECIR or FIR of the CBI. More than 4 charge sheets have been filed since last 2 years, but they have found nothing against him. He has not been mentioned in any of the charge sheets by the CBI. Now, the question which arises is, why were they waiting for such a long time? It's been 2 years. If they had some material against Mr. Kejriwal, then why didn't they seek his custody earlier? Because they were waiting for the Supreme Court to give the judgment, and there's a very strong possibility that Mr. Kejriwal will be enlarged on bail. Because the way High Court has heard the matter, without even formal issuance of the order by the Sessions Court, and a stay was granted, which has been challenged by the legal team of Mr. Kejriwal before the Honorable Supreme Court. That is the reason why yesterday, for the first time after 2 years, the CBI entered, because there's a strong possibility of him getting bail from the Honorable Supreme Court.
All right, Mr. RP Singh, in response to that, and yes, the Supreme Court
and the statement made by Mr. RP Singh, it clearly establishes that the agencies are incompetent and they are working at the behest of Bharatiya Janata Party.
Right. So, RP Singh, your response to that, and yes, the Supreme Court did describe as unusual the stay that the High Court had put on Mr. Kejriwal's bail. And so far, this, as you said, the case has been going on for 2 years. A lot of allegations have been made. A lot of, witnesses have, turned, etc. But in terms of hard evidence so far, even the courts have been asking, where is that hard evidence?
Gargi, you just mentioned about Supreme Court's observation about High Court's decision or High Court hearing the appeal. But you did mention about the High Court's observation about how the lower court neglected and didn't took cognizance of all the evidence which ED presented. So, don't be partial. Be very fair to both the courts. You are being fair to
No,
the
they did, of
Supreme
course,
Court?
but I'm saying it's something Anmol Pawar just raised. So I said, yes, they did describe it as unusual, which was,
So
that's as far as the Supreme Court can observe.
you are a learned, you are a learned.
Mr. Singh, then you
journalist.
must, Mr. Singh, then you must start with the observations made by the trial court as well. You must first tell the whole country that the trial court said that ED is acting with bias, that there is no recovery of money, that there is no money trail, that no trace of proceeds of money has been established, that there is no
Thank you,
direct evidence
Gargi.
linking
Thank you
to
for
the
calling me
usage
to the
of
debate. You call hecklers
that there
during
is
the
no
debate,
that
and
there
you
is
support
no
the
So
direct
respond
hecklers.
to that. I mean,
You
we're
call
not, the
hecklers
courts have
and you support the
spoken.
hecklers. You call anarchists and you support anarchism in your debate.
How am I
I'm sorry to say
supporting
that.
anarchism?
I never
Please
did
go
I
ahead.
interpret even
This
once.
is the
Did
Anmol
I
Pawar,
interpret
just
even
let
once?
Mr. RP Singh respond.
Thank
Please
you
go
so
ahead.
much, man.
Yes. Go
So
ahead and
This is the
respond
only
to the
argument
remarks
you
that were
have.
made.
Mr. Singh, this is the only argument you
Anmol
have.
Pawar,
No,
let him respond to
because
the remarks that you have
stop.
made.
You belong to a hecklers party. You belong to an anarchist party who has looted Delhi. Don't show your teeth. Don't show your teeth. Go and show your
Sir,
teeth to
please
the Mr.
don't get
Kejriwal.
agitated, sir.
If you can
Sir, don't
get
get
him out of the jail.
agitated.
If you
So
can get him out of the jail,
your blood
go and
pressure
show
is
your teeth to
rising.
him.
All right, I
Not
think
to
we're
me.
going to have to
Your
leave it
blood
there.
pressure
We're
is
waiting.
rising.
Well, thank you so
No,
much.
no,
Mr. RP Singh, would you like to just respond to what Anmol Pawar said? Just if you want to just quickly respond, then I'll close this. Go ahead, respond.
He's very agitated. He's very agitated.
RP Singh ji, please respond.
Gargi, if you have to be fair in your debate, it's good. Otherwise, I'm
No,
going to tell my
absolutely.
sister.
Absolutely.
No,
I've put down Anmol's mic for the moment just so you can make your point, and I have to wrap this. Go ahead.
Very simple, very simple. If Anmol Pawar has some paper, some record to show that he is not involved, then he should go to the court. So, High Court has categorically stated, yes, Mr. Kejriwal is involved. High Court has also observed that ED was not verified. They said the ED was not verified when they are pursuing the case. And let me tell you, there are documents which are on record which ED has presented. There are digital records which ED has presented. There are transactions which ED has presented. There are the witnesses who have put evidence on record under section 164 which ED has presented. Put together, there is a strong
All right, so
case.
all this is in the court, and yes, we're going to, now in a short while from now, we'll have the decision of the Rouse Avenue Court on whether Arvind Kejriwal's custody will be given to the CBI.